right, here we are, yet another episode, getting to be able to dive into all the things that I'm learning, experiencing, just figuring out along the way, and some of the things that just continue to stay on my brain, and some of the lessons that I just continue to think about and am learning as I go, and that I just feel like I want to continue to keep sharing with everybody else and putting these out there, but all through Scotland, Norway, Ireland, all of these places that we've been at, I continue to keep learning new historical landmarks. I continue to keep meeting new people that are constantly teaching me, telling me, and sharing so much information with me and so many cool things that you, more often than not, would normally never learn or get to be able to experience or understand to the fullest extent without putting yourself out there and without being in these places, without being authentically in the moment and within these places to be able to experience it to the fullest and understand like the meanings of certain things or understand where the meanings of things come from or just the history. The best part of Europe and the best part of getting to be able to travel is literally seeing all of the history, the culture, the experiences where everything has started and is like growing from, and there is so much of it here. So this lesson is all about being able to continue to never, ever, ever, ever stop learning and growing. So I'm excited to have you here. My name is Brian Wright, and you have found me on the episode of my journey of finding peace. And I am excited to be able to have you a part of this journey and this process with me, and continuing to be able to watch and just listen to all of these experiences and things that I have been able to just continue to think about and want to bring to you as we go. So, yeah, you learn so much by taking yourself completely and fully out of the comfort zone. And when we get so complacent and comfortable in the places that we're at or in the lives that we build for ourselves, we build security and safety nets all around us every step of the way, to the degree as to where we almost wall ourselves in, and it becomes harder and harder each year to be able to step out of that comfort zone, to step out of that bubble, or to step out of this safety of what we're building. And without being able to like fully and completely separate and step out of those comfort zones, or to be able to remove ourselves from these positions of not being ready or feeling like, oh, I'm not good for this, or oh, I can't do that, or oh, I got to save for this, or whatever it is. There's a million different excuses that keep us right where we are, and a lot of walls that we build around us to keep us safe and comfortable right where we are. But when that happens, it is almost to a degree stifling ourselves as to where we don't expand our knowledge, we don't expand our range or depth of what we should be learning or could be learning, or the things that we could open ourselves up to that could take us completely in a different direction without even realizing it or knowing it. And every one of these trips that I continue to take, and especially, coming from Norway, then to Scotland, and now sitting in Ireland, we're sitting in this castle right here, right now, doing this episode, and just knowledge. The quote that I've said a lot throughout this trip is, the more we learn, and it's an Albert Einstein quote, the more you learn is the less you know. Think about that for a moment. The more you learn is the less you know, because we realize how little we do authentically know and how much there is to continue to keep learning, learning, learning. There is no shortage of things that you can learn, gain, obtain, achieve, skills, practices, tools, so many things, history, whatever it is, there is zero, zero shortage. And if you are not learning or continuing to learn, you are not growing. Without being able to learn everything and anything you possibly can and just be like a little sponge. Like when you're growing up as a child, your brain literally is a sponge soaking in everything around you, and you want to learn everything. What is the favorite question of a child? Why? Why this? Why? They're constantly wanting more and needing to learn more. That's what we thrive on. We need to be able to get back to our inner kids and our inner selves where we want to explore, we want to learn, we want to continue to keep growing, and we want to continue to keep expanding like our bubbles, our areas, where we're at, what we're doing. That is what keeps life exciting. That's what keeps life fun, and taking those risks. But without being able to learn how to like even healthily or safely take these risks, or without preparing yourselves to the best degree possible, you know, we have to be able to just figure out how to be able to learn different ways to slowly take ourselves out of these little comfort zones, and to be able to start putting towards the things that we truly wish, want, or desire, or new skill sets, or something that you've always wanted to learn. Like if you could learn this one thing right now, if I asked you a question, if you could learn this one thing right here, right now, and if you could accomplish or achieve it, it would make you the happy, like you would feel so accomplished and so proud of yourself. You would just be like, wow, I learned that. I did that. What are you thinking right now? And then when you think of that, how many immediate thoughts come in your way as to like, oh, but I can't, oh, but this. What were those things that have continued to get in your way from you wanting to be able to learn or achieve what it is that you set out to do, or that you know that you want to do? And how do we break that down? Because if you're not doing those things, or if you're not striving for those things that are pulling you, that are calling you, that are right there, that is where we stay stuck. That we stay so stuck that we can't continue to keep growing or break past that next barrier or that next wall, or continue to expand our scope or perception of things enough to really continue to see more and more of the picture of what we are called to do, or where we are supposed to be, or what our true purpose is really, and where they're taking us are, and where they're taking us. So yeah, if we're not learning, we're not growing. And if we're not taking the risks to be able to put ourselves out there to learn the things that we know we want to, or should, or could, and even just reading, like, even if we stop like ourselves from even being able to just read, or like learn new skill sets, learn some math, learn whatever it is. Even like I always tell people, the things that you hate the most are the things you should push yourself into doing more of, and like pushing yourself past that comfort zone. If you hate math, study math. If you hate science, study science. Study. Because when you can overcome that one thing that like you cringe at every time, like I talk to kids all the time. I'm like, what's your worst subject? And almost 9 times out of 10, it's either math or science. Oh, I hate math. I hate science. And I'm like, okay, good. That is what you should spend the most time on then. You should push hard, because if you can condition your brain to be able to want to learn something, even when you hate it, and you can push past like that discomfort and expand to that degree, that is where you can take yourself to a whole new level and continue to do the things that you don't even want to, or you feel they're dumb, or oh, why do I have to do this? How many times, like when you're learning something even new, do people tell you to like get to the basics? But stick to the basics, stick to the basics. But the basics are the most boring, fundamental things that we all don't want to do. Like, it's like, oh, I don't want to, I already know that. I've already done it 100 times. But maybe you need to do it 1,000 times. Maybe you need to do it 500 times in order to truly, truly get it. So, yeah, my lessons that I've been continuing to like discover and explore are just how never ending knowledge, and how never ending like seeking information, and seeking skill sets, and seeking all these different things. You just never ever stop learning. The second we do, like I said, we stop growing. So I am challenging, I'm encouraging every single one of you to be able to continue to learn something new. Challenge yourself to be able to like practice skill sets, something that can push you out of that comfort zone. Or share with me, what is something that you learned, recently? What is something that you thought was amazing, that like you never knew before, and all of a sudden somebody shared it and you were like, whoa. What is something that you want to learn that you feel like you're being held back from? What are some of those areas? Yeah, share with me. Comment down below. I want to hear from everybody as we continue to try to build this community, and continue to all learn, grow, and work together to build the healthiest versions of who we want to be. So Yeah, like, subscribe, smash that notification button, all that other fun stuff that everybody always continues to say at the end of the videos or whatever else. But I'm so excited to have you a part of this. Thank you for listening to my lesson on knowledge, and never ever learn, like, never ever stop learning, growing, and just discovering new things and putting yourself out there to experience different things. You have to do it. So, yeah, I am excited to continue to bring you on this journey with me. So, here we go.